Hi guys, we are here with the Ultimate Racing League and we are here on the Saturday Championship and it's the start of brand new season. Now, this season for the Saturdays it is going to be multi-class, so we're going to see plenty of racing up and down the field, and it is GR2s and GR4s. See, I have to use all the tyres in the race. But it is going to be a brilliant season, and I'm looking forward to seeing how everybody does. So anyway, I've got all the info written down somewhere for the lengths and that for the track, but obviously I don't know where to put it, so I've got to find it. But anyway, so as you can see, we are at Bathurst. And so we started off with a very tricky track, especially for when it's coming to, obviously, the GR2s having to lap the GR4s. Especially I find it's going to be the trickiest part is when they're going through the highest part through all the corners. But anyway, enough of that. So they went out, did their qualifying. So it was 20 minutes qualifying for this. The GR2s went out first, did their 10 minutes, and then once they've come in, the GR4s went out and did their 10 minutes. So both categories got basically around 10 minutes each, without obviously anyone having to worry about any of the faster cars and such. But obviously, once qualifying is finished, Panic is on pole. Oz is second. Enzo is third. Dirk is fourth. It's great to see Dirk back. He's taken some time out, but he's obviously back now, so it's great to see him back on the grid. And Fitzy in fifth. And Isumi Dan in sixth. Now, that is... The top six are all GR2s, and the rest are all GR4s. So Nando is seventh, DJ is eighth, Unforgiven is ninth, Hoggy is 10th, Matty is 11th, and Sai is in 12th. Now they have started off with a grid start. It should be up, because obviously I corrected it. I must have not told them, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's supposed to be a rolling start for this, but obviously they probably didn't know, so we started off with a grid start for the first races with the League One guys are starting off on a grid start. So let's get the guys going and see how the 50-minute race goes. Lights are out and they are all off, racing down towards the first corner. Hopefully everyone can get around without an issue. Yep, they do by the look of it. Yep, no issues whatsoever. Panic's already got away. With Oz there in second, so looking like obviously with the cars for the GR2s, they can only use the Nissan, the NSX, and the Lexus. They are the only three GR2 cars they can use, and the GR4s can basically drive whatever they want. But anyway, Panic he's in first, kept the lead, he's already starting to get away from Oz. But it'll be interesting to see what tyres Panic is on, because they do have to use all three sets of tyres. Panic's on the softs, Oz is on the hards, Dan's on the hards, Dirk's on the softs, Fitzy's on the softs, and then they's on the hard, so they were all going for a kind of a different, they're either all on the softs or all on the hard, so they've all gone from a very different strategy here. And leading the way for the GR4s currently is DJ on the softs, with Hoggy there in 8th on softs, Matty's there in 9th on softs, Unforgiven there in 10th on hards, Size on hards in 11th, and Nando is there on... oh, he's got damage. Let's have a look, see what's happened to Nando. Oh, he gets that corner all wrong. So that's going to drop him down. He's even got a 1 second penalty as well to 10 with, so that's not going to help him either. Currently going back up to the front with Panic leading the way, going through turn 1 once again for the second time. And then Ozzy's there in second, trying to keep up with him, but obviously he's on the hard tyres, so it's going to be much slower, but that will play into his hands once Panic changes his tyres and Oz goes on to the softs. Sumi there is in 3rd, with Dirk there in 4th. He's got... oh, Dirk looks like Dirk got that a little bit wrong. That's allowed Fitzy to come up and challenge him for the position, and he does get past, so Fitzy's now up to 4th, Dirk's down to 5th. Enzo there is currently in 6th spot in his NSX. And then you got DJ here, leading the way for the GR4s. He's got Hoggy chasing him down. Is that car, the green bogey versus the Ferrari. And Matty's there in 9th place. He's trying to close that gap on DJ and Hoggy. And Unforgiven there in 10th spot. He's being chased down by the Psy. And the Nando there, he's still trying to close it after his little off and penalty. He's still there trying to close that gap on them. Panic is still there, obviously leading. He is purple at the moment, and he's got the fastest lap with a 1:49.7. So that's about a second quicker, I think, than the League 2 guys. I will be doing, as well as doing the League 1 comms, I'm also going to be doing the League 2 comms as well. So keep a lookout for that, because that will be done as well. Fitzy there in 3rd. There's a big... obviously these two, Panic and Oz, are all out on their own at the moment, with there's a quite big little gap between Fitzy and Dirk. Dirk's trying to chase him down. It's the GTR versus the NSX at the moment there. Then you got Sumi there in 5th. He's being chased by the one and only Enzo in 6th position. We'll just run on board with the race leader and do a lap with him as he comes over the start-finish line for the first time with the fastest lap of, just setting a new fastest lap of a 1:48.8 going through the first turn. And Oz and It's Really Dan have been the first people to jump to get their tyres changed. As Panic comes up towards turn 2, Now Karen going, keeping us in fourth or fifth, coming down to second to get around this corner. Now coming up into the hilly section. Coming around the long sweeping left-hander. Now into this very tricky chicaney bit downhill part, which can catch some people out, but Panic took that like a pro. And down to the next corner, trying to get this right, and now going into the very long downhill section. This is probably the longest sort of straight, probably on the whole of the track, probably. And he's up on his time again. And slowing down, 50 mark, and we'll just slow down, and then it's now coming in towards the final corner. And now past the start finish line, just started next lap, and a new fastest lap with a 1:48.5. So anyway, so at the moment we still have Fitzy in second. Third there in third, still chasing Fitzy down. Fourth, but now he's got some of the guys. He's just coming up to Sai. He's lapping Sai now. See, this is where it starts to become very difficult, because obviously now they're starting to lap the GR4s. Aussie's down in fifth place at the moment, trying to catch up, but once everyone else in front of him goes in the pits, he will jump up the field again. As it seems there is a sixth as well. And then there, DJ still leads the way for the GR4s. He's still being chased down by the Hoggy. Looks like these two are having a great race here. The Hoggy's going for a move on the DJ. Is he going to be to finish it off? Yeah, he does. So Yogi gets past the DJ. But they also have the Panic coming down as well. So Panic's got around them pretty easily. And there's a May there in third, with the Unforgiven there in fourth, just being lapped by the Oz. And then you got the side there in fifth, and the Nando there in a sixth position. We are lap 6. Panic is still out on his softs. Enzo is now in the pits to get rid of his hard tyres. Just trying to look to see if there's any really close battles going on. Well, I think the closest battle at the moment is between out of everywhere, it's between Hoggy and DJ. They are really battling it out like hammer and tongs, but they have a Matty chasing them down. He can see them battling, and he's licking his lips and gritting his teeth, trying to get as close as possible to him as he can. Looking at his time, so looking at their time, so Hoggy's fastest lap is a 2 minutes 15.7. DJ's is a 2 minutes 15.0, and then May's is a 2:16.3. So at the moment, Hoggy is slightly quicker, but he is gaining ground on these two because they are battling. The question's going to be, when are they going to pit? At the moment they are both on softs. All three are on softs. They've got blue flags as well. They are being chased down by the Oz. And there you go, Oz gets past them like a champ rather easily. And these two are having a great, Hoggy and DJ are having a great battle here, with now Matty now coming into the fray. So this is going to become a three-way battle for first. There is probably another GR2 car coming up, because obviously we are getting all the, so there is, I believe that is Sumi coming. Oh, look at that, that's actually quite skillful there. And Unforgiven there in 10th position at the moment, but that would be 4th for the GR4s currently. Sai there in 11th, and Nando there in 12th. He is still trying to catch the Sai up. He is not too far behind. Sai's fastest lap is a 2 minutes 19.4. Nando's is a 2 minutes 17.6, so he is running about 2 seconds lap quicker than Sai, so he is catching him. Yeah, he is catching Sai gradually. Taking him longer than he wants, but he is catching him. When we lap 8, Panic still leads the way, and he's up on his time again as he comes down this downhill section, with Fitzy there in 2nd position, Dirk there in 3rd, but these three still have to do their pit stops. And Yoz there on the soft tyres with his fastest lap of a 1:48.9, and he is up on his time again, but he's going to be going like hammer and tongs. The Osman will probably be going like hammer and tongs now, because he was quite close to Panic when he went into the pits, if I remember rightly. So if he can have a good few laps on these softs, he may be able to get past Panic when Panic goes into the pits. Maybe, I might be wrong, or it will be very close. If he doesn't get past him, it will be extremely close when it comes to Panic taking to the pits. And it's Sumi there in 5th place. And Enzo there, not too far behind Isumi, probably 2-3 seconds there in 6th place, with a fastest lap of a 1 minute 50.2. Oh, looks like Isumi got that a little bit wrong, but his fastest lap is a 1 minute 50.3. So Enzo's just posted his fastest lap of a 1:49.2. So Hockey's still there in 7th, leading the way for the GR4s. DJ's dropped off a bit, but now he's got May right on his rear bumper in 2nd and 3rd for the GR4s, with May looking to take this position off of him. We're looking at their times. 2:15.5. Yeah, so May now has 2:59. Okay, so Hoggy's still got a slightly faster time, but Matty does have a faster lap than DJ at the moment, so Matty is going all hammer and tongs to catch him up. But these three will have to go into the pits at some point, and then and then it's going to depend on what strategy they go on and who's going to come out where. Unforgiven there in full, he's well back there in full position. And inside there in 11th, Nando has really closed that gap on him now. There is a couple laps to go, I think it's about 10-12 seconds between them. And Nando's really slicing that butter to catch up to Sai. We have the Osman coming past them now. Anyway, looking at Panic's tyre wear, he's doing alright. Lap 10, his tyre wear's doing okay, and his fuel, he looks like he probably will need to pit in the next next 2-3 laps probably. We are 18 minutes in, so he has managed to do quite a few laps. It does look like Fitzy is trying to close that gap on... Well, no, the gap's still about the same. With Dirk there in 3rd spot still. And he's there, just coming up to come out of turn 1. And he's definitely getting closer. Because remember, the top 3 still have to go into the pits to do their first pit stop. And it's Sumi there in 5th spot. And you got Enzo there in 6th. He is trying to do all he can. He is running slightly. Enzo's running slightly quicker than Itsumi at the moment. They are both on the medium tyres. So he is closing the gap gradually Enzo's gradually catching Itsumi up. Oh, so now DJ's leading the way. There must have been... Something must have happened. DJ is now with a 2:15.9. But Hoggy still has the faster lap. But yeah, something must have happened, because obviously Hoggy must have had an incident that's allowed DJ to get past. But these two are back battling hammer and tongs again. Both on the soft tyres. With Matty there in 3rd place, chasing them down. So you got these 3 still quite close together. You got the Aussie coming into play now as well. But luckily, they've managed to get through turn 1. And Oz hasn't been held up by him at all. Looks like Hoggy's looking for... He is really looking for a way past DJ. And he is putting DJ under a lot of pressure here to get that position back from him. Also, while I'm silent, I'd also like to give a shout out to our sponsors, who are Prop Up and Co. Well, looks like Hoggy hit the wall a little bit there, so that's going to allow DJ to get away a little bit. As they all come down to... Oh, Matty got that all completely wrong. Coming down to... Oh, it hits the grass. He's unable to... But let's just watch that again. He goes right through the middle of DJ and Hoggy. Thankfully not wiping him out. That was quite skillful there from May, because I think that could have wiped out Hoggy and DJ there. So he actually did quite well to avoid both of them. But he's obviously now he's going to have to... Oh, he is now going to go into the pits to change his tyres. So that has allowed DJ and Hoggy to get away now, back to a two-way battle for the lead. We got Unforgiven there in 10th position. Looks like he has been into the pits, because he's got really fairly fresh tyres on mediums, so he will jump above. Yep, Matty is just filling up his fuel now, so Unforgiven will jump up to 3rd position. Nando there is in 11th now, so he has got past Sai somewhere on the track, so I'm sorry that I missed that one. And Sai is there in last place at the moment. So Panic, Derg are both coming to... Derg's jumped up to 2nd as well. Completely missed that one, so Fitzy must have had a mistake. So Panic, Derg and Fitzy are all into the pits now. Oz is just coming through the first turn, well, final turn, and Oz is going to take the lead. But yeah, so Oz does take lead, and he has taken the lead actually by quite a bit. Panic has come back out of the pits now. He's come out of the pits on hard tyres. Derg's back out of the pits on mediums. It's Simi down there, is in full place on... He's on the mediums as well. And Fitzy's come out of the pits in 6th position, so he's actually lost quite a few places. Enzo's up to 5th at the moment, with Fitzy down to 6th, chasing the Enzo down. But now there is some battling going on now between the GR2 guys, so I can actually come down them. So you got Enzo there in 5th place, being chased by the Fitzy. So it's the NSX power versus GTR power. Oh! He nearly got that all wrong, but he managed to save it, so well done there, Enzo. cost them a little bit of time, but not much. But that was rather skillful. If it was someone like me, I would have spun. I wouldn't. If that was me, I would not have saved that. As they race down towards the next corner. And it's Sumi down there in full position currently. He's got an Enzo chasing him down. Looking at their times. It's Sumi's just set a lap of 150.9. Enzo of 150.0. So Enzo is closing that gap on Itsumi gradually. Not very quickly, but he is closing it gradually. So DJ and Hoggy are at it again. Hoggy's trying to get past, and he has. Hoggy's back into the lead for the GR4s with DJ dropping down to second position. So these two have been battling it out from hammer tongs, but they still do have to go into the pits. So Hoggy takes to the pit lane now. DJ goes on for another lap. And Matty just coming down the long straight. Questions being, will Matty be able to? I don't think Hoggy is just hitting the pit box now. He is filling up his fuel, so Hoggy should be able to get back out. Yep, he is. He's finished refueling and he is back out now. And he's come out on mediums. So there is quite a big gap there still between Hoggy and Matty. So Nando has now gone into the pits. Unforgiven there in 11th spot. He's just pitted. He's just pitted. Done his 2 stops, I think. Yeah, he did his first stop on lap 4 when he was on his hard tyres. He went to the medium tyres and now he's on the soft tyres, so now he just has to do the run till the end now. If I'm correct. But yeah, so he's Unforgiven is in a good position here. With Nando there in 11th spot. And Sai there in 12th. So the odds there in the lead. He's going to have to pit. So he's going to do another lap. So the DJ is into the pits now. He will be into the pits the end of this lap, I fully believe. Will he be able to stay out? Come out in front of Panic though, that is the question. Oh, Panic is going into the pits now himself to get rid of those hard tyres. So that's actually going to help Oz. Oz should once he pits, he should stay in the lead. He should stay in the lead. So Dirk and Fitzy are battling it out. Fitzy is right behind Dirk, looking for a way past. Goes out to the side, but is unable to get past at the moment. Enzo is into the pits for his final stop now as well. And these are these two are going at it like hammer and tongs. Coming into the downhill section now. Now I'm going to go down to the long straight. Panic is there in fourth position. With Enzo there. Oh, he's picked up a 3.5 second. That's from the pit lane. 3.5 second. That's not going to help him. But he is ahead of Dan now. Dan there in sixth position. Something must have happened to Itsumi for Enzo to get ahead. I'm not sure. But I've completely missed that one now anyway. And DJ has come back out in the lead in front of Hoggy, but these two are back at it again. DJ is just ahead still of the Hoggy. And then you got the May there in ninth position, just being lapped by the GR2 guys. So May's on his way up the hill. His Unforgiven is just on the start-finish straight, just about to go through turn one. So there is. And Matty's up on the next corner, so that's how there's about a 5-6 second gap between Matty and Unforgiven at the moment. With Nando there in 11th spot, and Sai there in 12th. Sai's not too far behind Nando, so if Sai decides to push that car a little bit, he may be able to close that gap on Nando. Although Nando is running quicker than Sai at the moment. They are on the same tyres though. Now Fitzy is leading this race now with Oz going into the pits. And Doug's still chasing Fitzy down in second position. And the Aussies there come out in third position, with Panic about 5 seconds down the road from him in fourth. It's Simi there in fifth, Enzo there in sixth. You still have these two in first and second of the GR4 class, still battling it out like hammer and tongs, like, yep. So it is the green bogey versus the Ferrari. Is the Hoggy going to have an opportunity here to get past? He is looking for it. And he is putting the DJ under a lot of pressure here. He really wants that position off of DJ, but DJ's doing a good job defending. Anyway, so you got these two battling out quite hardly. Then Matty there, he's trying to close that gap, but he's not able to at the moment. Then Unforgiven there, trying to check. He's all on his lonesome. All by myself. That's probably what he's singing to himself right now. And there is Nando there in 11th, with Sai still trying to chase Nando down. Now Fitzy still has the lead, with Dirk dropping off a little bit in 2nd position. And you have the odds there in 3rd position. And the Panic there in 4th position. The Asumi there in 5th. And the Enzo there in 6th. Ooh, the Enzo was ahead of the Asumi. Looks like Enzo had a bad couple laps, so Asumi was able to get past. But now Enzo is gunning for it. He has just set, from the previous lap, he has just set the fastest lap of a 1:48.4. So he is gunning for Asumi at the moment, looking for that position, and that he is closing that gap at immense pace. So Asumi's just set a lap of a 1:49.0. Well, a 1:49.8, I mean, 49.8. Whereas Enzo's a 49.3, so Enzo is closing that gap on Asumi, and he is purple again, so he's looking to improve that 1:48.4. So at least now I've got some GR2s battling. But this is where it slows up through this section. It's definitely the part where it's going to slow them down, because coming up to the GR4 guys, but I got around that pretty easily. Oh, now they decide to play with the barrier. I think, to be honest, this is not, because it's Bathurst, it's not the easiest of track, especially when you have two classes racing. But they are all doing a brilliant and fantastic job. And meanwhile, Enzo has really caught up to Asumi now. He's now got Asumi under a hell of a lot of pressure. But they are both on soft tyres, so there's no advantage there. But let's go see how everyone else is doing. So Hoggy currently has the lead for the GR4s, with Matty there. Hoggy has got a bit of damage there as well, with Matty there in second for the GR4s. DJ has dropped down to 3rd position, but he's been in the pits. I think this is a terrible place for the GR2s to catch the GR4s. Because I'd probably Enzo, when it's zooming down, it probably cost Enzo a little bit of time there, unfortunately. And Nando there in 11th spot, and Si there in 12th. So Fitzy still has the lead. Dirk is now into the pits, so is Hoggy. And so is Matty as well. So where is the Oz? So we are on 42nd minute, so we've got 8 minutes to go, so that is 4 laps. Yeah, about 4 more laps left of this race there is. So is Fitzy going to have to go into the pits again? That's the question. Because I can't remember whether he has done all his tyre changes. But Oz is currently there in second position, with Panic there in 3rd, Dirk there in 4th, with Itsumi there in 5th, and Enzo there in 6th position. Back to chasing Itsumi down once again. Itsumi got that bit all wrong. That's allowed Enzo to catch right up on his rear bumper. Then Oggy's still got a decent little lead over the DJ. The Unforgiven there in 9th. He is not too far off from the DJ. So the Unforgiven could come into play here to battle DJ for that 2nd position. And Matty there in 10th. Nando there in 11th. Side there in 12th. Looks like Fitzy's just coming up to Si, yep. With Oz doing whatever he can to try and close the gap onto Fitzy. With Dirk there in 4th, Itsumi there in 5th. He's still been battling with the Enzo, looking to get that 5th position. Obviously the laps are running out. Coming up to basically 5 minutes left of this race. It is now 55 minutes left. And these two are going at it like hammer and tongs. So Fitzy has come into the pit, so Oz has retaken the lead. Coming down to the final turn. And they are battling hard here. Itsumi and Enzo are. Can Enzo get past? With the time running out, can Enzo get past up into 5th position? That is going to be the question. And Hoggy there in 7th position. DJ is chasing him down, but DJ has now got the Unforgiven right behind him, looking for that position. Looks like the DJ is that's why DJ, I didn't realise that, DJ is on the hard tyres, whereas the Unforgiven is on the soft tyres. Hoggy's on the hard tyres as well. So the Unforgiven is going for a move here on the DJ. They are side by side coming up to turn 2. The Unforgiven is not giving DJ an inch here. And then you got these two battling, and you got the Oz coming up to him. Managed to get past them quite quickly. Now coming into the downhill section. You got Paddock wanting to get past them here. And you got Unforgiven is putting, and the time is running out, definitely running out for Unforgiven to get past. He's going for a move here. Is he going to be able to pull it off, or is DJ going to be able to hold him off? I don't think so. Unforgiven is going to be passed now, and he is passed, but is it going to work when it comes through this next corner? They are side by side, but no, Unforgiven is ahead. Unforgiven is up to second place in the GR4s. But the question will be, Hoggy is not that far ahead. Although they're coming into the last minute of the race, there won't be enough time, because this is basically the final lap now. It's not going to be enough time for Unforgiven to catch Hoggy up. Hoggy should be okay there, unless he has an off. Let's look at, is there any battle going on with anyone else? So, not at the moment, no. So Enzo has got past Itsumi now. The only really real battle was going on is between Unforgiven and DJ. So let's go on board with Oz for the final time as he brings them down for the first victory of the season in the GR2s for the Oddsman. As he comes out the chicane down towards the final turn. And he does it. Oz takes victory at Bathurst with a brilliant cheer for him. Panic will finish in second. Fitzy will finish in third, so congratulations to the top three. Dirk will finish in fourth position. Oh no, Dirk finishes in third. Fitzy must have had a penalty. So Sasumi coming down there in fifth place. So he's got past. Okay. Oh, Fitzy's dropped down to 6th, unfortunately. It seemed he got put back past Enzo, so Enzo must have had an off somewhere. Hoggy obviously takes first position for the GR4 guys, but he takes, so it's 7th for him. Unforgiven in 8th. DJ in 9th, congratulations to them 3. Matty there in 10th. Nando is just coming around the final turn, and he takes 11th spot, and Sai comes across the line to take 12th. That was a fantastic race by the League 1 guys, and great to watch. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you were not a subscriber already. I will see you next time for round 2 at Monza. Also remember, I will be doing the League 2 comms, so keep an eye out for them as well. So that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.